Okay, so we're starting the recording. Just everyone make sure you're muted. I don't know why it's not letting me mute people, but it's okay, so we're gonna get started. So I'm super excited about this Zoom because I think it's really important to remember that when you're first getting started, I feel like people get very discouraged and like they are thinking like, oh, I can't sign loyal customers, I can't sign distributors, like I haven't been in the business long. And so I think it's super important to always like talk to people that are newer in the business, that are absolutely killing it. Because I think that kind of shows that you don't have to be at the top in order to, yeah, thank you. Thanks, Kayla. Jordan and Sadie, can you guys mute yourselves? Madison, can you mute yourself also? Someone's playing music. I dig it.
You should be able to go and mute everyone if you're the host.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not letting me for some reason. Okay, I muted one. More. Sorry, guys. We'll get started. There's just someone playing some jams and I can't ignore it. Tatiana, can you mute yourself? Why can't I see you?
I'm messaging her to mute herself.
I'm muted. Let me see.
Prepare taste buds for new.
It's like this mysterious music coming from nowhere. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry, guys. I'm not great at this. Okay, so like I said, I think this is a really important Zoom because I think people think that you have to be at the top or you have to just like literally know everything about the products and the opportunity and you have to be making money and all of this stuff that is not true in order to be a mass enroller. And so I think these Zooms are super important because everyone just kind of sees that like people that just started are absolutely killing it and they just got to work and that's literally all it takes. So we're going to be interviewing a few different types of people. We're going to interview this month's top enroller, Kayla, who I absolutely love. She's literally a spitfire, so I'm really excited to hear her talk. And she has not just been the top enroller like this month, she's been in the top enrollers like month after month after month, so she knows what she's doing. And another thing that I admire about her is that her team is also promoting and also enrolling, and so that means that her tips are like, you guys are able to take her tips and like use them because she knows how to talk to people and be able to duplicate herself basically in her success. So the first girl that I'm going to talk to is Kayla. She's a double diamond. She was the top distributor enroller. And we are just going to ask for tips on enrolling distributors. And if you even have any like social media tips, because I know you're really, really awesome at just like growing relationships on social media. You get like 8 million comments on your pictures. And all those people absolutely love you. So if you could just talk about even like building relationships a little and how that goes into, you know, enrolling distributors, just go ahead and go.
Okay, do you want me to like share a little bit about myself or you just want me to jump right in?
You can share a little bit about yourself. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So anyone who doesn't like know me, I'm Kayla, obviously. I'm 21. My 2-year anniversary will be December 29th, which is so weird. I feel like I've been in this business forever, but I feel like it also hasn't been that long, so it's just crazy to think about. I promoted to double last November, and I should have been triple a long time ago, but we're still pushing for that. But basically the reason why I joined was because I was your typical, you know, broke. I wasn't a college girl. I didn't go to college. I thought I was going to go to college to do skincare and makeup. I wanted to be an esthetician. I've always been into that stuff. But I quickly decided that I didn't want to anymore. I was living in Sioux Falls for a little bit, and it was really expensive. I was a host and a waitress, and I absolutely hated it. I don't know how people live off that, honestly. Like, I don't know how, but anyways, that just wasn't for me. And then I decided I didn't want to go to school anymore. I don't know like really why. I was just like, my heart's not in this. And so I did the smart thing. I didn't go to college just to go to college and be in debt for forever. I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to, take the year off and really think about what I want to do before I just go do something to do something. Because I'm a rebel like that and I don't like to do what everyone likes to do. And so I stayed home. I moved back home with my mom, which my parents were divorced. We had lived in this 2-bedroom apartment for 8 years and it was like really old and gross. And I was able to, because of this business, move them out of that into a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home that has a 2-car garage. I've been able to buy myself a brand new Jeep. I've been able to travel. Like I've just been able to do like all the things that most 21-year-olds cannot do. And it's just been literally such a blessing for me. And I don't know what I would do without this business. I can't imagine even being in college. And no, that's nothing towards people who are in college at all. I just seriously was never good at school. I didn't like school. And so I'm just like so blessed to be able to do something and find something that I'm good at because I'm like truly passionate about this. And I think that's why I'm just going to go right into it. Why I'm so like good with building relationships on Instagram is because like I'm very yellow. So basically I've always loved taking pictures and posting them on Instagram. Even before this business, I was always that girl that like, I had to post the perfect picture. I'm such a perfectionist, it's annoying. But I like loved taking pictures and I loved doing that. So when I came across my enroller Theresa, she followed me on Instagram and I was also that girl that I didn't just let anyone follow me. If you weren't pretty and cool, you could not follow me. Oh my God, that sounds so bad. So I stalked her Instagram and I saw she was making not 200. I saw she was making 4 figures a month from her phone, and she had also had like a 200 weekly bonus on her story. And so I instantly messaged her. Like I let her follow me, and I instantly messaged her. And I asked what she did, and like that was December 27th, and I signed up 2 days later, and I used like one of my last paychecks that I had from the store Hibbets because I moved back home and worked there. And I quickly signed up, and I literally just caught the vision right away. Like I wasn't that person that was like, okay, I'm just going to stop when I make $200 a month. I mean, that's all I thought I could do because you don't really know what you're getting yourself into when you sign up with this business. You have no idea what it's even about. You're just money hungry or you want the time. It's one of the two. And so I was like very money hungry with that. And so I wanted to make as much money as I could. So I caught the vision really fast and I just kept going. I promoted really fast for the most part in my eyes. And I just kept going. Like I just wanted more and more. And yeah, basically I went, executive my first month, ruby my second. I think 4 months later I went emerald, 7 months diamond, and then 11 months double. And I've been pushing for triple for a year, but quote unquote, I have not been pushing, you know what I mean? But this month we're going ham and I'm really excited. So I literally forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry. Can you re-ask the question? That's basically about me.
No, you're good. No, I love your story because I think it's just like, I don't know. I think it's just inspiring that you felt lost, I feel like in college and you just didn't really know what you wanted to do. And like, even though someone might not be like broke and like, living in like a 1-room apartment or something, like they can still want more than like what college has to offer, which is like, we're kind of like related on that story because like, I had no idea what I was going to college for. I switched majors like 155 times. So like I had no idea what I wanted to do either. And once this business came into my life, like it just completely changed everything. And I have a passion for it too. So it's just like our stories are very similar in that way. And I think people like need to remember that like you don't have to go to college and just get a job and just get a 9 to 5, and like you can you can make money with this business. You can go far in this business. You thought you weren't going to make as much as you did, and then you ended up making more than you thought you would. So I think that's important to remember is like you came in and you just saw the $200 paycheck that Carissa got and you're like, wow, that's really cool, like $200, wow. And then like now you're a freaking double diamond, like rock star, making $5,000 a month, and like that probably wasn't even in your vision before. So it's just like really cool that you caught the vision and saw, like what this could do for you. And since you're yellow, you saw what it could do for other people. which I think is like, you know, why people promote on your team also, is because you're just so, you know, like into helping other people. But okay, yeah, just go over your tips for enrolling distributors. I'm gonna find who's unmuted.
Okay, so I guess like to answer your question about how like I help people promote, you know, you're always gonna have people. It's easy to look at someone on the other side and be like, okay, the grass is greener over there, like they're doing something different, they're doing something right. But you guys, I literally don't do probably anything different than any of you do. I probably just do more than what you're doing. Obviously, if you're not doing something right in your training, like if it's been, you know, how many months, and you haven't signed a distributor or your conversations aren't going well, then reach out to your upline or sideline sister and they'll help you. But like if it's working, like don't stop doing it. You just have to keep going. Like I really haven't changed much of my training up or the way I train to anyone as far, like, I mean, there's been little changes obviously of what I've learned not to do and stuff, but as far as like what I've been doing, I've pretty much trained everyone the same. And like the people who really want this are gonna, you know, they're going to sign up with you and they're gonna, you know, take they're going to catch the vision and take this business seriously just as much as you. So like just because, you know, you sign 2 distributors and they don't do squat and they just sign up and they don't do anything, don't like let that defeat you. Like don't like, you know, people get told no all the time. Think about when you go to a restaurant, they literally ask you, do you want this to drink? Do you want this on your burger? Do you want, like, they ask you this all the time and they get told no every single day. So it's literally no different. We just take it to heart because it's our own business. And so it's really hard not to become emotionally attached in this business because you can fall in love with someone's potential all day, every day. And I've done that, but I've learned to not do that. And especially if you're yellow, you're just so caring and you want to help so many people that like it just breaks your heart when someone gives up on themselves so fast. But like at the end of the day, just do what you do best, be yourself. And I promise you, if you keep going, those right people will join you. Like if I would have stopped after Diamond, you guys, I wouldn't have found any of my rock stars today. I pretty much went Diamond by myself, and then I found all the people who actually wanted this business like as bad as me after I went Diamond. So all the way up until Diamond, and that was before our comp plan had changed. So that was when we had like way more distributors you needed. And so it's all up to you. Like you can work this business by yourself too. So if someone's not, you know, working on your team or whatever and their box isn't canceled, go promote them. You know, they might need that extra $50, $100, $200 more than you do, and that's going to give you, you know, whatever it is on your chart you need. If you're Diamond, cool, someone in your 400 box or Ruby Leg might be getting an extra $300 a month, but guess what, you're going to get 2,000 and you're going to do that, and you're not going to look back and be like, wow, I'm so pissed off so and so wasn't working. Like you're going to be like, I'm freaking proud of myself. Like I worked my butt off to earn this paycheck, because you're not going to get that type of money at a 9 to 5. They're not going to give 2 craps about you when you're working retail or you're a waitress. Like, sorry, but they don't. And they're going to pay you as little as they have to because you're making a lot of money for them. And so basically what I'm trying to say is just work hard, like be consistent, work hard. You did not you did not join this business to literally spend 99 for nothing and quit. Like that is my biggest pet peeve, when someone signs up and then quits 2 days later or a week or a month or even like 6 months. It's like, dude, you have so much potential in you, but you're so scared and you're so afraid to fail. And you guys, like this business is so simple that we make it hard. Like, yes, it's not easy. It takes work and it is really like hard work. And it's like, gosh, I just lost my train of thought. Oh my God. It's like efficient work, but it's so simple that like we overcomplicate the steps to success. Like it's not that hard. You just have to be consistent and disciplined enough to do it every single day. Like if you completed the steps to success every single day, that's amazing. Like that's all it takes to be successful in this company. But if you do that more and duplicate that more, you're going to be successful faster. So you're going to promote to that next rank faster than if you were to do just the steps to success. Gosh, that is such a tongue twister. Steps to success. So, you know, just love your people and treat them as if you were a friend. Like, I don't care if you're a blue or a red or a green. I think everyone has to treat their business mentor, like you're a mentor first, but you got to be a friend too. You got to be that 50-50 because yeah, in the beginning, you're going to treat them as your mentor because you're going to help them go Ruby right away. And then they're going to keep going. But I would not have stayed in this business if I didn't have real friends. Like there's no way, because you need them, and you need your sideline sisters, and you need people who are going through the same things as you. You need people who you can lean on in hard times. You need the support and community that we have to offer to like lean on each other when you're promoting in this business, because you don't get this support of women and even men outside of this business. Like I run into mean people every day and just rude people, and girls are mean, they're petty, they're just freaking mean and gross. Like, so just be a good human and be a good friend. And if you build that relationship with your team member and you show them and you're like passionate with them and you're excited, they're going to see that vision. But if you're not and you're just like, what are you doing? Why aren't you working? Like, go post, go do that. They're going to be like, okay, like, damn, I don't want to work for you. Like, you're a brat. Like, you're boss. Like, no one wants to be bossed around. Like, you're your own boss. They want to be mentored in the right direction. They don't want to be told, you need to go do this. They already get told that at their other job. So, okay, I need to shut up. I'm going to just keep talking.
Okay, so no, I think that was all really good. And I think everything that you said, like people are going to take like into their business, like when they sign up distributors. Can you give me like one tip on like for signing distributors, you're just consistent. That's like literally.
Oh, yeah. And also, sorry, host to post, Instagram host to post is basically where no, it's not basically, it's literally where I got all of my distributors from this month. If you guys aren't utilizing that, you guys are missing out on so many potentials. Like guys, it's just so like Instagram is changing, so you always have to be doing different things. And so if you guys don't know what Instagram host to post is, it's literally just like Facebook host to post, but instead of putting up, the product opportunity or no, the business opportunity or the product info on there, you just go back to anyone that you've already messaged before on Instagram. So like I had to go like to last January, and you have to scroll all the way back. And yeah, it's a little time consuming, but it's so worth it. I get way more responses off Instagram host to post than I do just product models anymore. But I do still message for them because you got to be still signing. You got to still be signing customers as well. But yeah, and if you guys don't know what that is, I can like give it to Alexa after this, or I can't post it in here because I don't have my phone. But there's basically a script about it, and then you can just, whatever script you're using for like the whole business convo or whatever your mentor gives you, you can do that and put it into your own words. Like I know Krista and I don't use the same one. Mine's a little different, but hers works for her and mine works for me. And so you just got to find what works for you, but be your own person. Like don't talk to someone if you wouldn't say what I would say, or if you wouldn't say what Lexa would say. Just be who you are, unless you're literally just starting. Follow your mentor's words and advice and scripts, because you literally have no idea what you're talking about. So it is going to come off a little like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. But that's just because that's how you learn. So if it's uncomfortable, it'll get easier, but that's with being consistent. You have to be doing those things every single day in order to learn and become consistent with it, else you're never going to.
That was so awesome. Yeah, I completely agree. Host to post on Instagram are just like killing the entire game. Like I think that like there's so many people and untapped networks that we haven't even like reached yet, that like when someone just posts on their story simply for 24 hours, like that can change your whole business, because that person that you sign up or reaches out to you, that could be the person that like runs with you all the way to ambassador. Like you have no idea, like who you're reaching out to, who's going to sign up on your team. So yeah, I mean, Kayla, that was freaking fire. That was so good. And I love that it wasn't just basic tips for just signing distributors and here's the script and here's how I do it. It's like, okay, I sign up distributors by being consistent and host post. Okay, cool. But then you talked about, okay, well, what about after I sign up distributors? Because some of these people, maybe they haven't signed up anyone, and they're like, well, what the heck do you do after that? And so I think it's important to have the right mindset, like when you're training them, because they might think like, oh my gosh, I have to tell them step 1, step 2, step 3. Like, I don't want to have to boss them around or whatever. Like I have to like know everything. No, you don't have to know everything. You just have to be their friend and be a positive influence for them. So that was so fire.
Can I just say one more thing? Sorry, I just saw a comment, so like I really want to touch on it. Can you give me like 5 more? Okay. Okay, so someone just said I lose followers when I post. Okay. I heard this from a top enroller, or I don't even know who it was, but I know it's in the lifers page for like top income earners and stuff. And she said likes don't pay my bills. So if you care about how many likes you get and who is liking and who's not commenting on your posts, who cares, you guys? Like, they don't pay your bills. When I first started this business, I posted literally cleanse bottles on Instagram, and I posted like, you guys look at my Instagram now and you're like, wow, I could never do that. But like, go scroll back to when I started 2 years ago and it didn't look like that. Like, you can't compare my chapter, my 2 year chapter here to your chapter one. Like, it just doesn't work like that. I've grown and I've worked on these things, and I get to teach you, like, we get to teach you guys these things that we know now and what not to do. So take our advice and do it. But like, if you care about who likes your photos, then like, that's just a personal thing you got to get over. But like, no one is gonna, your likers are not gonna pay your bills. That comes back to the fear thing of when you joined. And if you do care about that, well, then you just need to find new people that like engage with your audience. So like, you could literally have 15,000 followers, you could have 1,000 followers, and you can get the same amount of likes. But if you're not engaging with your audience you have, and they don't give a crap about what you're doing, then go find people that do. And that also starts with like your bio. Like, follow people who have the same interests as you. Don't follow people who are negative and mean and are gonna post crap about network marketing, or gonna they post mean things on social media in general. Like, if you accidentally do, okay, cool, unfollow them. They can follow you, but you don't need to see that. You don't need that negativity. So it's just about engaging with your audience and knowing who is following you and what they like. And that also goes down to doing polls and like utilizing the Instagram things on Instagram. Like, find out what your audience likes and do what they like. Like, that's what they want to see. And so, okay, I have to stop. But basically, just like, don't give a crap what people think. Like, this, you joined this business for you or your family or your son or whatever it was. Like, don't think about them. Think about the people that you do care about and what's most important to you and why you're doing this. If I would have let hundreds of people in my own family try to like tell me what to do and why I shouldn't do this, I would have quit a long time ago and I would have never become this far. But because I proved them wrong, and because I listened to people who are successful and not the people who I went trade places with who are broke and mean, I'm here and they're still there. They're still complaining about what they do, and I'm here and I get to show other people you can. So be one of them, and like, pretty soon you'll be where we're at and you'll get to train your own team. Okay, I'm done. That's it.
I just love you. I think that was so fire. I think everyone got so much wisdom out of that for sure. I think there are definitely like, newer people on here, because if you are worrying about, like people that are unfollowing you, like, I think everyone was there in the very beginning of their business. I was so nervous about that. And so you just literally can't care what people think, because your dreams are worth more than like someone's opinion. Like, I said to someone one time, like, okay, you're doing this for your kid, right? Like, you would literally jump in front of a train for your kid. And they're like, well, yeah, like, obviously. And I'm like, okay, so why are you letting one irrelevant opinion, someone like from over there, like, dictate how you live your life, how you raise your family, like, just how you live your life in general? Like, if you want to live it, by living your dreams and making $30,000 a month and providing enough for your family, like, that's what you should freaking do. Like, that's in your heart for a reason. God gave you that desire for a reason. So I was so fire. We're definitely going to go overtime, but that's okay, because all of this, everything that we're saying is valuable. And so honestly, with time limits, it's fine. Like, we'll be fine, because you guys, it's fine. Okay. So, the next person that we're going to have up is Marci. So she went Ruby super quick. I got all this information from Ashley, and I'm like fired up just like hearing it. Like, she went Ruby super quick. She also helped someone else go Ruby, which means that she's also duplicatable, and she also knows what she's talking about and knows how to help other people, which means her advice is tangible. And she has enrolled tons of customers and tons of distributors. So Marci, if you want to unmute yourself, or I can unmute you, just go ahead and share some tips about enrolling. Can you guys hear?
You guys hear me?
Okay, yeah, now we can.
I would say, like, as far as loyals, what I've had the most success with is just I got into this business signing initially on Theresa, just wanting to know personally, I was struggling to find results. And after trying everything else, finally decided to just try the coffee myself personally. And after 2 months, I was just so happy with my own personal results. It just made sense to, to sell myself. And I think that's been a big selling point is people want to see that it's not that it's worked for me personally. So I think that's where I get the most things. So people, when they ask me about it, I give it the scripts. That's honest. I'm like, listen, this was my journey. Like my first, couple weeks, I started doing this. I might not have noticed numbers on the scale, but I noticed, I could see physically, before and afters are always key. I know a lot of people, like a lot of my customers, don't want to do that. I say, even if you don't share them with anybody, at least take them for yourself so you can personally see the results. Because even, with me, like skincare and stuff like that, the biggest thing, like, people who want to, like, people who don't want to do their auto ship, like always try something different. People love to see. Okay, all right. People love to see you trying these products personally and seeing those results. And I think that's what works the best with me, because people always message me personally, like, oh, I've tried this. Like, what do you think? So I think just being honest with it, showing them what works with me, that's where I've had the most luck getting loyal customers. As far as distributors, that's been my biggest thing. Honestly, if I would have known, signing up initially as a loyal customer, how much, I always just say, I always try and tell distributors, like, it's a win-win. You're getting these great products to try, and the worst case scenario, you get to try these great products, and you see what you like about them. You can sell the products that you get or use them, and just telling people that, there's really, I think the number one thing is, like, I can't do this, it's not for me, it's how I was too. I think my first message, I said to Ashley, I was like, I'm not good at this stuff. Like, I can't do this. This isn't me. And then literally 2 weeks after that, I think I signed 25 loyal customers 2 weeks after I told her that. So it's just, you can do this. You just have to believe in yourself. And there's like your distributors, your group is key to helping you. And just have confidence that you can do it, and always sorry. That you can do it. Just post, and I guess that's really all I can say.
No, I think that's so awesome, because I think that, like, I mean, like, me personally, I started because I just wanted money, and you started because you just wanted to get results on the products as a loyal customer. And so I think it's important to know that, like, you don't have to be a salesperson in order to do this business. Like, you just have to love the products, and like, that's exactly what you did. You love the products, and you basically shared them to your friends and family. Like, you didn't even sell them. It was just like, oh my gosh, I lost this weight, or oh my gosh, I got these results, like whatever it was. And they were like, oh my gosh, I need those results. So like, results sell, you guys. And I think that's so important. And I think that having a passion for the products is so important, which is why you should have your auto ship on. You should be purchasing the products every single month. Because I personally was so skeptical of the keto coffee, for example, and then I had abs and I sat in bed and ate ramen noodles, and I had abs and I was confused. And it was literally just because I replaced my coffee with fat burning coffee. And so I think when people realize that it's literally just a matter of sharing products with people, like sharing products that you love with people, like, that's it. That's the whole thing. That's
the biggest thing with me, because like I said, I'm a full-time dental assistant. Like, I work 45 hours a week, and I'm posting, like, I get up at 5 a.m. and I'm posting in between patients, like, and I'm just seeing people are asking me, like, hey, I'm at work, I don't have time to eat breakfast, but I'm drinking my keto coffee, and it's getting me through the day. It's giving me that clarity that I need to get to these patients, get to that next person. And, I don't get a ton of time to work out, but, and just showing how it worked for me and my schedule. And there's a lot of busy moms out there that are struggling to balance that work life and kids and getting to where they need to go. So when they see that that's a possibility to find something that works with your schedule, they eat that up. And because that's what I was looking to find. So the fact that I find it and they're looking for it too, I love having that ability to share that with my friends and family, and hoping they can find that those same results that I found.
Yeah, exactly. And I think another important thing too is that some people feel like a bother when they're talking to someone about products or talking to them about ordering the products or joining the business. You're not bothering them. Like if you hear the way Marci talks about it, she's like, I want people to try these products because I love them and I want people to join the opportunity because like I got results and like now I'm able to make an extra income on top of, like being a busy mom and being a what was it, dental something, dental assistant.
Dental assistant. Yep.
Yeah. And I think it's just like important to know that like when you message people, when you reach out to people, when you're posting, you're not bothering anyone. And if you have that mindset, you need to switch it like immediately because that's not at all what you're doing. And I remember when I first started, when I was messaging people, I literally said every time I message, I go, you're going to get one opportunity. Every single message because I was so nervous and like I felt so bothersome, but you're not. You're just sharing something that you love or sharing something that can change someone's life with other people. And that's just like a beautiful thing. And I don't think people see it, like that. And I think people need to have Marci's mindset more than they have it now. So,
Just one
Marci,
thing I said, like I just followed up with somebody like when I signed up the end of September and I had somebody interested and she ghosted me and ghosted me and ghosted me. And follow-ups are key. Like I was like, this girl's never gonna sign. She's gonna always comment. She's never gonna do it. And I just kept saying, it's like, you know what? It's in your hand. I just want you to be successful. When you're ready, you hit me up. And she finally just did an 88 VV order 3 days ago. So it's just like follow-ups are key. You're gonna feel annoying, but the more you post, the more they see it. They're gonna see it. Even if they don't say anything and they don't respond to you, they're gonna come around.
yeah, exactly. So, for enrolling loyal customers or distributors, or actually for both, can you give us one like tangible tip? Like, what's like one good tip that you think you would give to like a new distributor if they were just signing up for signing a loyal customer or a distributor?
My biggest thing with distributors is what I tell my distributors personally is just saying like you can't lose. I mean, you're getting all of our best products to try, and you can either turn those and make a profit off of what you're getting off that kid and make your investment back, or try them and see what you want because you just need the 4 loyal customers to get that $100 shopping spree, and you can use those great products you get, and that can help you decide what you want to get to be successful. You can get like 4 coffees to have on hand that that's the biggest thing. Like I think Carrie has said in the elite group, don't put away like cash for product like as selling as samples. Like I sometimes people don't want a commitment. I sold a bag of keto coffee on hand for $65 cash that I got with my reward points for for $22. So I mean there's profits to be made with that. So you're basically you can make back your investment, and your distributors are going to help you. So there's really no setback. You're getting great products, and you have the potential to help your family with money for Christmas. For me, like I just got my car fixed with that. So there's potential out there to make money and get great products and get great results. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I think that's just like, I don't know. I mean, I have never even thought about it like that. Like, you're not losing either way. Like, people think that they're losing $99. And I go, well, you're investing in a business. But even if they invest in a business, like, they're not losing. Like, they're
No,
getting
I said with my kit, I got 2 wraps in my first kit. I sold 2 wraps for 30 each. That was $60 I made off my investment of 113 bucks, and plus I had those other products. So you can make that money back. You just have to know how to market it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. And that's an awesome way to turn a a potential loyal customer into a distributor also, because you can just say like, okay, well, sign up, try the products, you're still going to get the discount, but maybe you can also make some money. Whether you make some money or not, you're not losing. So that's I've never
don't have that commitment as a loyal customer being a distributor. That's what I say. It's like, if you're on the fence about trying these products, be a distributor. You get to try all the best products, and then if you decide it's not for you, at least you gave it a chance, and then you have these great products, either sell and make money and keep going, or you have that, if it's not for you, you have that opportunity to walk away. And I just tell them every single person that I've signed up to do this has not regretted doing it.
Wow, that's amazing. That's like the best advice. And you're new. Like you just went Ruby not too long ago, right? When you've been in 3 months and you're going
3 months, yep, and just got boxed for Emerald 2 nights ago. So hopefully by the end of the month, definitely I'm sure we'll be Emerald. So we got a great
that's
team.
awesome.
We'll get it.
Thank you so much for sharing your tips. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably change their mindset with the $99 investment too, because like I said, I do think that there's some people on here, and I think that people think the $99 investment.
I'm going to unmute myself since he's getting a little crazy.
Yeah, go ahead. I think that people think that the $99 is like an inconvenience sometimes, but it's not, because you're getting products, and if you don't want to do the business, you're still getting the 40% discount. So that's so awesome. Okay, this is definitely going to go over, like I said, but that's okay, because this is like all so bomb. I'm like so fired up. I'm sweating. I don't know why I wore like a wool sweatshirt, but it's fine. Okay, so Theresa is the next person. She hit Ruby super quick, and she is a mass enroller for loyal customers. So Theresa, if you want to unmute yourself, I can try to look for you, but
I'm here. I did it.
Okay, perfect. You want to just give us some tip, like you can share a little bit about your story, and then just give us some tips on, you know, enrolling loyal customers and what it is that you do.
Sure. Well, I started in July. I'd been watching Ashley for literally like 3 years. And I was so that girl that was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be that girl. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Even though I was buying the coffee and I was doing all the things, I just couldn't put myself out there. And then finally one day, my husband actually had to take a pay cut in his job to advance his career. And I was like, he said, I'm not going to do it because I can't do that to our family. And I said, no, I'm going to call Ashley. And that was it. I moved forward and I texted Ashley and I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I think I shocked her as much as I shocked myself. And it was literally, I'd just been watching her. I never really reached out to her other than buying from her. And I just watched and watched and watched, and there it was. So anyway, I started in July, and then in August, I hit Ruby. And then in October, I hit Emerald, and I will be Diamond in December. I'm not going to not do it. And so, yeah. So I'm a lot like Marci, though. I was using the products. I was in love with the products. I was losing my baby weight. I was on my second kid and trying to lose 50 pounds, and the keto coffee and greens were working. And so I just had before and after pics and put them up there, and people were responding. And so every time I really am pushing, that's what I do, before and after. And every month I make sure I buy a product that I've never used so that I can talk on it, because people like real. They want to see that you really use these products. So like the celery, I was a big celery kick, and I was doing the lives every morning on Facebook and enrolling customers like crazy for it, because I was just being me, and I was honest. Like, I didn't love the taste of it. It tasted just like celery. I said it. I don't lie. There's nothing to lie about. So I get out there every day. I'm me. I tell the truth. I tell them what I do and don't love about every single product, and then they come. So, and I think before and after pictures is the best thing you can do. Using the products yourself is the best thing you can do. Yeah, just being yourself. Like on Instagram, I follow anyone that hashtags boy mom, because I'm a boy mom and I relate to them, and I know they relate to me. And when I'm looking for people to follow on Facebook, I'm a coach's wife, I'm a mom, and so I follow women that look like that, and they're the ones reaching. And I'm always shocked. I have not sold to lifelong friends other than Marci. I haven't sold to like lifelong friends. I haven't sold to my family. They're the ones that don't support me, not negatively, but they're not supporting me. It's the people that I'm growing my network, and they're just watching me. Those are the people that are buying. So that's it.
That's so awesome. And it's funny because Ashley is a coach's wife too. So like clearly she's growing her. Yeah, the same exact way. And so clearly it works because you literally watched her for 3 years. And
I did.
Now you're killing it in the business. Like, you never know, guys. Like, the people that are watching you for however long they're watching you for, like the longest time, those could be your runners, because like finally, like they literally will just message you and be like, okay, I'm ready. Like, those are the best types of people, because they, like, even if they haven't reached out to you yet, they've been watching you and they've been thinking about it for so long. And when they finally text you that they're ready, they're freaking ready. Like they're ready to run. Like, and so I think that's like so inspiring. And it just reminds everyone, like, don't stop, because there's people watching you that their lives can be changed. And if you stop, you know, like they're not going to join you, and, you know, and they're going to join someone else, and you could have changed their life more than the other person. Like, you just never know. And so, another thing too I've noticed is that Marci and Theresa, you guys both fell in love with the products first and then joined the business. So something I want to touch on with that is, when you're talking to potential customers, don't be afraid to sell them the best types of products, the best pack. It does not matter the price. If you just sell them 15 packs of keto coffee and they want to lose 150 pounds, whatever, they're not going to get results, and they're going to be like, okay, like what the heck? Like, you want to get them like the keto coffee, the chocolate greens, the Thermophyte X, the celery, and then they're going to look at their results and they're going to be like, holy crap, like who am I? And also like, oh my gosh, I can make money doing this. Like, I can make money like living my best life, looking my best self, and sharing this with other people. And I think the people that have passion for the products even before joining the business, they are, sorry, I'm trying to mute someone. They're like the most, they're the ones that are going to run, because they have no, you know, doubt about the products. Like, they just know that they work. And so, sorry, I'm multitasking. So I think that's like super important to remember, is that like, these people all fell in love with the products first, and then they joined the business, and now they're selling like crazy because they already have their own results. So don't take your loyal customers for granted. Make sure that you keep in touch, keep a relationship with them, comment on their pictures, whatever, because they could end up being your runners. So yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I think that's so awesome. And I appreciate you so much for sharing. If you have any other tips, if you guys have any questions for Theresa, just drop it in the chat. But yeah, I mean, that's just firing me up. I can't speak. Firing me up. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm not going to take my loyal customers for granted, and I'm not going to sell them just the one product. I'm going to sell them the whole pack, because that's what's going to get them the best results, and they're going to be the most confident with, you know, sharing it with other people. Okay, I'm so excited now. Okay, so the next person that we have on is Shannon. I freaking love Shannon. She was on the leadership retreat, and I can't remember if she was or wasn't a Ruby, but she was on the freaking leadership retreat. Okay, like that's crazy. And she did her whole ambassador speech, and she's going ambassador, and she like made all of us cry because she's so amazing. And so she's going Emerald this month for sure, because she's just a rock star. She's a referral queen. She's a LC and DT signing machine. Like, she's just like the best. So Shannon, oh wait, going diamond, sorry. Wow, you're already Emerald, holy crap. Okay, so Shannon, if you want to mute yourself and just share some tips about referring, like your customers referring people, because I think that's gold. And it's just so simple, and how you enroll distributors.
Hey guys. Okay, so I don't know where to start, because I feel like, dang, you guys are killing it. And I'm like over here. Okay, so I'm just me. I don't know. Like, I do lives every day. I would say the number one thing is consistency. Like, I can't even say it enough, because if I don't do a live, people are literally messaging me and asking me if I'm okay. So I think that when you are consistent with your post, and I work both Instagram and Facebook, and the number one thing, like I noticed with DTs after the leadership retreat, I started doing polls on Instagram. Polls are like everything, because people love to answer questions. It doesn't matter. Like, they love to answer questions. So once they answer a question, boom, I've got a contact. So, and then like with customers, so what I do is I actually like use my existing customers to get more customers, because I'm really friendly. I'm a yellow. I care. I send them prayer. I pray for them. Like, I know guys, I'm corny, but that's just me. That's just what I do. So I like ask them if they need prayer. I send them prayers, and I just get a really good relationship with them, to where they will tell people about me. And they'll want like to keep ordering from me. If I know that there's a new product coming out, I always message them and say, well, get them for your family, let your family know. And I think that's it. I don't know. Like, I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous. There's so many people on here.
No, I think you're doing so awesome. No, I mean, I think that like you building a relationship, guys, literally everyone that has spoken is talking about their relationship with loyal customers or getting their loyal customers the best results. Like, let's just like really talk about that too, because like I'm asleep on that and I need to work on that. So like it's awesome that like, you know, Shannon's talking and she's saying I built relationships with them so that they can talk about me to other people. Like if you're just a contact in their phone that said, okay, your order's done, text me in 3 months if you want to, can't, like, you know, like you're not going to get anything any more out of it than just the 3 months. And you're not going to build a relationship where it makes them want to trust you with their friends. Like referring their friends, like if you refer someone or if they refer someone to you and you just kind of like ghost them for 3 months, they're going to be like, dude, why did you refer me to her? Like they're not going to do it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I just thought about this, but like, so when I started, it's about to get a little bit, okay. So when I started, I had like zero confidence, right? Like zero. I was scared to ask everybody. I was scared of rejection. I was scared of everything. So if like you're new in the company and you're feeling that way, I'm telling you, like it will go. You just need to like step out of your comfort zone and just start posting and posting and posting. And I did a video the other day and like I lost a lot of friends doing this business, but like were they really my friends to begin with? So you kind of got to like change your whole perspective of running your business, because this is your business. This is what's going to pay your bills. You signed up to make an extra income. And if you're scared because somebody's not going to like you because you posted a keto coffee post, oh well. Like that's how I feel now. Like I never used to feel like that. Like I used to get very like self-conscious and like worried because I want people to like me. But now I'm at a point where I want diamonds so bad. Like I really don't care if people get offended at a post about coffee or the cleanse, you know? So I think that just for like, if you're new on here and you're feeling like really, like self-conscious about it, you really got to like just break down that wall, because if you're feeling self-conscious and you're worried about what people are going to think, you're going to stay exactly where you are, if that makes sense.
No, that makes complete sense. And you have literally grown so much in this business. And I think that you're just awesome. Like I literally, like you're just awesome. And I think you're such a fighter. And, you know, I think there's so many people that do give up on this business because of what people think. And that's another common thing that I've heard throughout this Zoom is just like, I'm scared I'm going to lose followers. I'm scared I'm going to lose friends. Like, you know, like whatever. And that's not going to be very relevant when you're changing your family's life. Like it's really not going to be too relevant. And the people that I lost friends in this business, like, or not in this business, but because of this business for sure. And they didn't support me. They didn't support the fact that like I had a passion for this and a dream for this, and they're not supposed to be in my life, because I should be able to share passion, the passion that I have, with someone that I love. And those people just weren't meant to be in my lives. If I feel like I have to keep my mouth shut about my dreams and my aspirations and what I want in my future, like, you know, like for my family, what God's doing in my life, whatever it might be, even if it's about God, you guys, like I was so scared to talk about that at first. And now it's just like, God is just such a big part of my life. And I think Shannon's probably part of that reason, because she's just such like, she's just such like a faith-based, like incredible, like heart of God type of person. And so I think that you're going to stop caring what people think when you realize what you truly have your hands on. The people that are in this business, the people that, you know, like get to support you and get to cheer you on, like that's going to be so valuable to you. And like I said, your friends are not your friends if they're not going to be friends with you because of a keto coffee post. You guys, how dumb does that sound? Like, how dumb does that sound? So, yeah, I mean, so with Shannon, I feel like it's just with enrolling people, it's just she stopped caring what people thought, and she realized this was a bigger picture than just a keto coffee order or, you know, enrolling a distributor. It was about changing people's lives through using the products, and creating a relationship with them that made her feel good and made them feel good. And then also changing people's lives with signing them up. And you know what? Whether they do something or not, that's not under her control. What she needs to do is just not keep her mouth shut ever about this business and what God's doing in her life and what this business is doing in her life, because there's so many people that are going to be inspired by that. And if she kept her mouth shut, imagine how many lives she wouldn't be able to change just because of one opinion. One opinion, you guys. Like, that's not going to matter for much longer. So
So I'm sorry, just one more tips. I want to do a tip. So I started something new in November, and what I do is I got a laptop. Okay, so I started making a spreadsheet, and every single person I talk to, I put their name down, and I put the date I talked to them, the date I have to follow up with them, the product they're interested in, and I highlight them like if they tell me no. So that way I don't follow up with them again, because I always follow up until somebody tells me no. But even then I don't unfriend them because they still watch you, because I've had no's come back and buy or join. So right now, like, I started making a list because I was curious to see, because I was writing them down on a calendar and the calendar wasn't big enough anymore. But last month I got December, I counted today. So I have 128 potential LCs just from last month and 32 potential DTs just from last month. So now I'm following up with them every 2 days, because if I let them slip through the cracks, which I found people that have done that, then I'm missing out. So if you're like really unorganized like me, this has really, 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 really helped me. Dang, I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm so shaky right now. It's like not like me. It's so weird.
You're doing fine. You're killing it. It's always nerve-wracking. There's a lot of people on, and I had a White Claw before this, so it's fine. But no, but I think that's really important. Like, I don't know, like, I totally forgot my train of thought now because I just said that I drank before this, but it's fine. But no, I mean, I think that okay, Ashley, shut up. We're not going back to the retreat. What did you say? I'm so sorry.
Me? No, I said no laws with the claw. Actually.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Okay. Thank you, Shannon. That was great. Okay, moving on. We're gonna go to Madison. The first time I heard Madison talk, I was like immediately like there was just like a fire like in my soul. Like she was just like, I just started talking to people and I was like, you know what, we're gonna do this. And I was like, wow, I wish I had that confidence when I first started. And so she is a distributor signing machine. She's actually a distributor, you guys, and she's a mass enroller. And she's going to be going Ruby this month. So, Madison, if you just want to share some of your tips, just about how exactly you did this, go for it.
Alrighty, so I watched Carrie for about 10 months. I saw what she did. I was the biggest doubter in all of these businesses. I have friends that sell Rodan Fields. I have friends that are in every business across the board. And I was just like, you know what? I'm too busy for that. I manage a cosmetic studio. We're involved in church. My husband owns a company. We just have a lot going on. So I was just like, no. And she reached out to me and she was personal and she was like, hey dude, so this business, like, I know you're interested in the coffee and the hair, skin, and nails, but let's talk about like, what if you sold? And I was like, I thought about it and I pushed it off for about 2 to 3 weeks and just told her, you know, like, not yet, whatever. And my husband was a little bit like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And so I didn't really have that like positive reinforcement. But then I joined. I was like, screw it, whatever. It's $99. Let's do it. And I wanted the products. I wanted to test them. And I was just like, oh, well. So I started the business and Carrie was like, okay, step 1, here we go. And like, she just kind of like was like going, like she was just nonstop. And I was like, yes, okay, let's go. She was like, if you want to run, we can run. And I'm like, let's run. And so she was just like, okay. And so I joined, finished training, got my 4 loyals in like a day or so. And before I even got my 4 loyals, I was like, hey, can my best friend sign up too? And she was like, yeah, sign her up. Let's get her going. Come on. And I was like, okay. let's do this. I was like, so all my best friends have to sign up. Like everybody I know has to sign up. So my crazy self, I had my 4 loyals. I had my best friend signed up, and a few other people were starting to join. And I got on a Zoom one night, knowing nothing. I'd already been on Zooms with people, you know, higher ranked than me and everything. But this girl was like, hey, will you get on my team and like, you know, talk to them, because you just have all this energy and you're positive. I want you to do this. And she's not on our team. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So I got on. It's like it was way late. It was like 3-hour time difference. I was up at like 1 a.m. here, and I was just like on the Zoom, and I'd only been in this business for a week. And I just got on there and I just learned about these girls. And I asked them what they, you know, why they signed up. What are you wanting to do? And these girls literally, like, we cried together. They were like, well, I want to go and be able to provide for my daughter. And I said, then let's do it. And these girls were not on my team. And I was just like, okay, well, let's do this. I was like, let's do it. Okay. And they were like, well, how do I do this? And I was like, well, open your mouth. Let's talk about it. Tell everybody that you know, sign all of your friends, like, let's do this. And we were on a Zoom for, I want to say like an hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever. And then I got off the Zoom and I looked at my husband and I said, this is my ministry. And he looked at me and I was like, this is it. And he was just like, okay, well, then you have to do it. And I was like, yeah. And so then I just kind of like turned my focus from, okay, this is what I'm going to do, to like, okay, where's my tribe of people that's coming along with me? And so Carrie was like, okay, this is what you're doing. This is how, let's set your goals. Let's go. And she was just really consistent and she's really positive. And I was just like, okay, let's do this. So I literally sent out a message and I was like, I went over to our friends' houses. I was like, girl, no, you're signing up tonight. Like, this is what I'm doing. I'm grabbing you by the hand and we're going diamond together. And she is now on the Zoom. She is freaking fire. She is amazing. I love you, Nyla. But I just like told everybody. I was in the middle of K Jewelers getting my ring cleaned, and some girl was like, your hair looks great. I'm like, great. I've been using these hair, skin, and nail vitamins. I'd used them for 3 days. And I was just like, okay, I've been using this hair, skin, and nail vitamins. And literally she bought hair, skin, and nail vitamins. So like, I literally just started talking about it. Everywhere that I went, I told all my girls, I was like, you need to sign up. We're doing this together. And my maid of honor signed up. I mean, like, everybody was signing up. And I signed 13, I think, in my first month, because I literally just didn't shut my mouth about it. I was like, this is where we're going. I was like, so grab me by the hand. This is where we're going. And I talked a lot about, I told Carrie this. Carrie was like, so, because I just asked her, I was like, okay, so what do I do next? What do I do next? And one thing that I just like told myself I would do is I was going to listen. I was going to listen to my upline, because obviously she knows what she's doing. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm listening to you. Like, I trust you. Let's go. And so I just started talking about it, and I just got really positive about it. And I used Carrie's, you know, like story, her motivation. I was like, no, this girl, like, she's awesome. This is what she's doing. This is how, you know, she's able to live her life. Like, she's able to retire herself, her husband, she's able to spend time with her kids. And I was like, you can too. And I started telling people this. I didn't have anything, you know, to say. I was just like using everybody else's. I was like, these are what my friends are doing. Like, why can't you do it? And they just kind of started, you know, joining. And these people, I mean, Nala's my little firecracker. She is a really good friend of mine. And I tell her all the time, I'm like, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. I sent her a little thing, and I was like, these are your goals this month. We're doing it together. If I'm going Ruby, you are too. Let's go. And that's just kind of how I do it. I just, you know, stay positive. I look at the future. I'm not looking in the rearview mirror. I'm not going there. So I just kind of like look for what's ahead, and I use it as my ministry. So who can I help? How can I, you know, how can I benefit? Whether that's just me talking to somebody, giving them hope, and then them signing 6 months down the road, then that's great. But there's also a lot of girls who want to change their situation, and I'm one of those. So I just kind of, you know, spread that, and I'm not scared to be very transparent and very myself, because I'm not meant to be anybody else. I'm meant to be me. So that's kind of how I run my business. And so that's it.
Wow. Okay, we're just gonna drop a fire or a one or whatever you guys want to do in the chat. Because that was freaking fire. Oh my God. I cannot believe you signed 13 distributors in 1 month. In your first month. That's crazy. That's mind-blowing. And that's like literally the power of like excitement and fire and just being like, dude, like we're going. And they're like, where are we going? They're like, I don't know. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go and we're gonna do it together. And I don't think that many people like think the way that you think. Like they think like, okay, like I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Like, like it doesn't matter who's coming with me. You're like, no, you're coming with me. And then they want to come with you because you say you're coming with me. It's like, you're not doing this by yourself. So many people, I think their mindset is just, and I mean, this is my mindset too. Sometimes it's just like, if they're not going to do it with me, I'll find other people. And like, that's true. However, if I said, no, we're doing this together, I think most of us would have a very different outcome because they'd be like, oh my gosh, we're doing this together. It's not like she's my upline or my boss. It's like, we're going to go Ruby together, then Emerald, then Diamond, then Double, then freaking Ambassador. Like, I think that that's a mindset that literally most people don't have, like, honestly, like, and I think that is literally what is getting you to like where you want to go. And that's what's going to get you so far in this business is you're like, no, I'm not going by myself. Like, I don't know why you think this is like, why do you think that you're going to leave? Like, no, you're doing this with me. Yeah. And that type of energy, people are just going to be like, okay, let's go. And like, if you put like, even if like, yes, you can't dream for other people or you can't want their dreams like they do, but you can excite them about their dreams and their aspirations and their goals and like what they want in life, like more than like they even realize in that moment. People, when they join this business, their vision is this. This is their vision. They're like 9 to 5, college, die, that's it. Like, like literally, like, and so I think like when you like expand their vision and be like, okay, we're going Diamond together. We're going to be making $2,000 a month together. We're going Ruby, whatever it is. Like, I think that just already right there, just excitement expands the vision. So I think you're about to say something and I don't want to like make you lose your train of thought because you're spitting fire. So go ahead.
Well, one thing I was going to say is everybody that I talk to about like potential distributors, like I have a full list of them right now. I write down everybody who I have like a positive conversation with about the business, because if they will sit down and they will have a conversation with me about what this business is doing for me, I'm going to write them down and I'm going to make them, really understand what this does. But two things that I always say to my distributors is, or like potential distributors is, one, like, I can't wait to see you succeed. Because that's something that Carrie, kind of like poured into me. She was like, I can't wait, to see you like reach your goals. You're going to do this. She got on FaceTime with me and was like, this is where we're going. You're going so far. Like, I believe in you. And so I tell all my people that even before they sign up, because sometimes people just need somebody who's going to say, hey, I believe in you. Let's do this together. Like, let me take you by the hand. Let's go. And I know I need that in my life sometimes, in different areas. But another thing that I tell my distributors and potentials are the only people who get to the stars are the ones that reach for them. So quit setting your goals super low. If you want that new car, let's go get you the new car. If you want to provide for that baby, then let's provide for him. If you want to, be able to quit your job, let's do it. Like, I'm right here with you. Let's do it together. And that's just something that I think has really helped me as far as, build a team, is because my team is, we're friends. We talk to each other. We have good relationships. And I just really I love to see them succeed. I'm that person in general. So if somebody gets a new car, I'm like, oh my gosh, let's see it. Like, I love it. Like, I'm happy for you. I'm just that kind of person that I'm happy for other people. And I feel like sometimes in this business, people can get really discouraged from, comparing themselves to one another. And even other distributors, like I've heard, some of the girls will be like, well, I can't do this as quick. And I'm like, well, we're on your path. You know what I mean? And so everybody needs to be themselves in this and really understand where they're going, because, I had to figure that out. And Carrie helped me. She was like, okay, well, obviously this is where we're going and we're running and this is what we're doing. And that kind of put a fire in me that was like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that like when you put a fire in someone, or if you believe in someone, or if you just even like show excitement, like people say all the time, excitement is contagious. Like Carrie did the same thing with me. Like she just made me feel like the shit. And like, like she brought me, like she interviewed me, and like she said that like when I had doubts about like, going ruby or going emerald or going diamond or whatever, like she helped me through that. And she knew that I could do it like more than I knew that I could do it myself. And so I think that like the fact that Carrie believed in you, and now you're literally like putting all of like your belief and your faith in other people. I don't think like, I feel like some people think like, well, you can't depend on your distributors. I don't think that that's a weakness. I think that that is something that people look over because they don't think it's necessary for the business. But if they feel more of a togetherness, more of like, okay, we're all doing this together. Like, it's not just like, okay, you're here, I'm here, there's someone else here. It's like, no, we're all going ruby together. We're all going emerald together. We're all going diamond together. Like, it's this new, I think it's just like this new type of excitement, because I feel like sometimes people think like, oh, well, you're here and I'm here. How can I get to where you are? But when you're all doing it together, dang, can I restart my business? Like, no, I'm just kidding. But like, but I think that like, that's like super important in the beginning, is just saying like, we're doing this together. Like it doesn't have to be, you going emerald and somebody else going ruby. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be you going emerald and someone else going emerald. And then you like, that's going to explode your business like crazy. So I think you literally just like spit like legit fire. Like I've literally never thought about the business like that in my life. And I think that, guys, I think everyone's just having such a mindset change tonight. And I think we've just had so many people spit so much fire. So thank you so much, Madison, for speaking. Like you literally probably just lit a fire in all of us. Like my ears are hot and that doesn't happen often. So the last person that we're going to have, but not least, obviously, is Andrea. She hit diamond in 2 months, you guys. And she is a mass enroller, and she's going to be going emerald soon. So Andrea, if you want to share your tips with signing loyal customers and distributors, go for it. I'll try to find you to unmute you, but if you can unmute yourself first.
Yes, I think I got it.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Okay. I don't even know what to say, you guys. Did so good already, and I'm so nervous. So I was one of those girls who never ever thought that I would do something like this. I've known Jamie since before she even started, and I just kind of watched her, and I was one of those, we got to a point in my life where I was looking for all the things online to do. How can I make extra money? What can I do? I was doing surveys. I was doing all these things. And I was actually one of those people who Jamie posted her cash giveaway. So I happed for her. It blew up. And she came back to me later and said, hey, why don't you do this and get paid? So I was like, okay, I guess I could do that. I think post to post is really where it's at for getting loyal customers and being consistent and taking the products. You just have to use the products. I don't know.
Oh, you're good. You're doing really good. I know I read from Jamie's post something about like you've obviously, everyone grows in this business, but she talked about how you grew a ton in the past 2 months because, you cared a lot about what people thought in the very beginning. And now, now you're freaking ruby and you're going to be going emerald and, farther in this business. So if you wanted to touch on, if you can touch on, just getting over that fear of what people think and, when it comes to like enrolling loyal customers and distributors, you have to get over some type of fear. Like it's either fear of messaging, fear of posting, fear of rejection, whatever it is. And obviously you got over that and you absolutely killed it in this business, which like, honestly, like that's so awesome. And, like you think about like other people. Like Carrie took 6 months to go ruby and Carrie's freaking awesome. But think about it. Like she's ambassador diamond, top of the company, number, I think 11, I don't even know at this point, making however much a month, an undescribable amount. And she took 6 months to go ruby and you took 2. So like, I think that just shows like, you know, like the fire that you have in you. And I think it also shows like how much like you got over that fear of what people thought, because I feel like Carrie really did not care in the beginning about what people thought, and you did, and you got over that so freaking quick. And so if you want to just touch on like, you know, caring about what people think and how you kind of got over that.
Yeah. I mean, I caught the vision right away. I started watching all the YouTube videos. I mean, like, I work in a cubicle still 9 to 5, and I sit there with my earphone in and I'm listening to Zooms on YouTube all day long, and it just keeps me fired up. And, you know, I have those moments too where you notice somebody unfriended you or somebody unfollowed you, and you're like, you know, sometimes I even have these little moments where I'm like, what am I doing? Like, this is not the person I ever thought I was. But now that I'm in this business, I mean, it's one of those things where you didn't know you needed it until you are in it. You just, like, I was on a Zoom one time where somebody said, you just have to say yes and you have to get on that other side. And then you know exactly what this business will do for you, and you will see the vision. And I want this more than anything. And Jamie's such a good leader, and she's helping me get there. So
Yeah, I think that's awesome. And I think that you did what it took to get over your fear to go after your dream. And I think there's some people that are like, well, someone rejected me, or someone said this about me on social media, like I give up. But you were like, okay, someone said this about me or someone unfollowed me, like crap, that sucks, but like let me like change my mindset. Let me listen to a Zoom about caring about what people think, or like let me listen to, you know, motivational speaker or whatever. Like you actively did something. Like people think, I feel like when you know, someone says something mean or whatever, they think they're the only one. They're not the only one. I guarantee 110% of the people on here had someone, at least one person, say one nasty thing about them when they joined this business. And so the difference between you and the people that gave up is that you decided to change your mindset, and you decided like, my vision is so much bigger than caring what people think, and, you know, caring if I get an unfollow, like, you know, like, and so I think that's just so important, because, you know, like now you're a rock star and you're going emerald, and, you know, you're chasing your dreams. And I think that that's just something that can inspire so many people. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you being on. I know it's like really nerve-wracking. Might have been your first Zoom and it's scary, but you did really awesome, and you're going to get better, because you're definitely going to be an awesome leader, and you're going to be able to then tell, you know, other people like, I cared what people thought, and now look where I am. Like I'm presidential diamond or whatever it is that you want. Like you can say that to them and be like, look, I got over it. Like you can too. So you're going to be an inspiration to a lot of people. Okay. Wow. I'm so fired up right now. Let me make sure everyone is muted. I think everyone is. So thank you guys so much for getting on. I really, really appreciate it. I was super nervous to do this, and I think that you guys just fired me up to the point where like I wasn't even nervous anymore. So thank you guys so much for being on. I think that this Zoom was probably so beneficial to everyone in at least some way. I know I probably have like a million different, you know, like mindset shifts. I feel like, you know, like you think that you know it all, and then you get on a Zoom and someone says something and you're just like, holy crap, like that just changed everything for me. Like this is going to change my whole business. So I really appreciate you guys being on and being patient with me. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and you guys just keep killing it, because this really fired me up. So yeah, have a great night.